Yeah.
So trying to find like cool small businesses where we could host our events and keep the money local and going back into our
Does it really
community
exist
doesn't exist
for
here.
Orlando? Because you either don't have enough parking or you don't have big enough space.
Or
So we're
it's,
hoping.
I was going to say, or it's like 1,000,000 degrees out, right? Where it's just too hot, because that seems to be what happens in the summertime, right?
Yeah. No bueno.
Yeah. So speaking of which, the event that you guys are doing, or I know it's at the Central Florida Fairgrounds, and when people hear fairgrounds, they tend to kind of and shy away because, again, as we were just saying, it's summer and it's hot out. So what's happening with this event? Are we all gonna sweat buckets or what?
Absolutely not. We want to keep everyone nice and cold, and it's going to be all inside. The only thing that will be outside will be food, but there's a whole nother inside hall where you can eat your food and air conditioning as well. It'll be super spacious and cold.
Yes, the venue's 36,000 square foot.
Okay.
Should hold up to 3,500 people at a time. So all the ticketing is indoors, all the vendors are indoors, all the exhibits are indoors. Yep. So, I'm not going to say 100% that if we cram 1,000 people into that building, that it's not going to be a little warm, but it's definitely not going to be out in the blazing ass sun.
I was gonna say, I mean, if you get 1,000 bodies in one area, despite how much air conditioning is pumping in, it's gonna get warm, but that's not to anybody's fault at all.
Yeah.
But first of all, thank you for having the event inside in June because, it's really ridiculously hot outside at this point. So thank you guys for finding an air conditioned place.
Yay.
It's the little things like AC that Floridians love, you know?
It's magical.
It really is. So what are the hours for the Oddities market?
So it's going to be from 11 to 7.
Okay.
We've posted this, but historically peak hours are from between like noon and 2. Okay. So if you want to avoid the rush, then maybe plan on coming around like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. Mm-hmm. But if you want to get the good stuff first, you got to get there when it opens.
Yeah, that's usually the way it goes. And that's kind of I feel like that's with any market, is that if you want that first pick, the pick of the litter, if you will, you got to get there early. If you don't want to deal with a giant crowd, to your point, get there a little bit later. Maybe it's going to calm down a bit. I know in the past, historically, for you guys, it's been pretty steadily busy. I mean, at least for us, we've done coffee for you guys there, and it's always steady for us. So I'm assuming that the entire place is just as busy throughout the event.
Yes.
Nice.
All right. So then plenty of parking, so you don't have to worry about getting there early and getting a good spot. Which again,
there's a $5 parking fee.
Okay.
You will have someone directing you on where to park.
Yep.
And there'll be plenty of parking. Was it 1,600?
1,600 spaces. If you want to save some scratch, definitely recommend carpooling. Meet up at somebody's house. Y'all go there together, split that $5, get some more beer, get some more dead stuff.
Okay. That sounds like a good deal.
Yeah.
So are you guys collecting the parking, or not you personally, but when folks pull into park, do they have to pay then, or do they have to pay when they go into the event?
They'll pay the attendant. Yeah. So definitely want to make your life easy, bring at least $5 cash to the event to handle parking. The rest, the ticketing and the vendors should all be accepting cards.
Cash and card.
So shouldn't be a big deal there. We'll also have ATMs inside the building. So, plan ahead, have that cash money for the parking agent guy at least.
Okay. And how much is it to get into the event itself?
It is only $10 to get in, and kids 13 and under get in for free.
Yep. So if you want to bring the whole family, we're not going to break your bank.
Nice. I love that, because that seems to be a concern, right? With a lot of parents, like folks with their kids, they ask, is it kids friendly? Do you encourage them to bring the family? I know some folks get kind of weird about events like this because they worry about their delicate kids. And quite frankly, I feel like the normal person, our normal, that's attending these kind of events, they already know what it's about. But for Sally, who doesn't, what are some of the things that they can expect?
If your kids are cool, they should be fine. If you're worried about your kids seeing, dead animals, human skulls, that kind of stuff, maybe not the event for them. If they've watched Indiana Jones, they're probably fine. There's going to be all kinds of different things for kids out there. There's a ton of local art, some really great goods and toys and all kinds of stuff. There
will also be a vendor with photos with had to take a photo and 20 told the bird to take a photo.
So he's got some trained birds of prey that you can get your photograph taken with. He's also got some other animals he's bringing out. He's kind of surprising me, so we'll see what's up. I imagine there will be some very large reptiles. So in addition to that, we also have the old school freak show that's coming down from Atlanta, put on by the lovely folks at Rainy Day Revival. They have
flyer.
They have an incredible collection of sideshow freak taxidermy. So like our little friend, the Cyclops here that you see in the photo, you're going to expect to see a whole lot more of that. Jeremy's a great dude. He puts on a great exhibit. That's him at the barrel there in the photo. Really, really cool guy. Incredible curator. A lot of these pieces are not only just congenital deformities, but they're also historic pieces that have traveled historically with sideshows. So he's got a pretty awesome exhibit.
And it's only $5 to get into his booth,
so that is an addition to admission, but that's how Jeremy pays his bills and gets the gas in the truck. So definitely make sure and check him out.
Okay. So if you are in Atlanta, also check out Rainy Day Revival.
Right there.
And I will encourage that as well. We went on a recent trip that we took to it. Well, not really recent. It was last year, but whatever. It's a cool little shop. They've got tons of really rad stuff, and Little 5 Points is amazing. Anyway, lots of colorful characters and bars and all kinds of other things. So definitely check that out. I've got a couple people in the chat are saying, Whitney, you cut out a little bit when we were talking about the stuff for the kiddos. So they asked if you could repeat like the photo op.
There's a photo op with live birds. There's owls and some other different beautiful birds and also reptiles.
Nice.
It's $10 to take a photo with one of the animals and then $20 to hold the animal and take a photo.
Okay. Awesome.
Sorry,
awesome.
I'm naturally soft-spoken.
You are a quiet one. All right, so you guys are doing, so it's $5 to view the freak show. It's $5 to park, $10 to get. So for $20, you can have a pretty amazing day. You get to see some cool stuff. You can buy some cool things, meet some cool people. And I forgot to ask, so I apologize. I want to backtrack a little bit. To get in for the freak show as well as for the admission to the market itself, are you guys accepting cash or card? Is there a preferred method of payment?
My understanding is that we will definitely be accepting cash, card. You can tap, all that good stuff. Just like if you've ever come down to the store, well, you bring us money, we'll take it. I'm not 100% on whether the freak show will be accepting cards, but I can't imagine they wouldn't be.
Right.
They're pretty sophisticated over there. Okay. So if for some reason they aren't, we can probably figure it out to make sure that we can get those people accommodated.
And there will be ATMs, like we said earlier. So if you don't have cash on you, you can always use the ATM machine.
Okay. And then I know you all have had some scammers popping up on the event page and everything else. So can you remind people how do they get tickets to the event?
There's only one way to get tickets to our show, which is show up and buy them at the door. We do that specifically to avoid exactly what Eric is talking about. People on the internet are terrible, and you'll see 100 comments in our event about, oh, my grandma died and now I can't go, so I have to sell my tickets. It's all BS.
I don't mean to laugh at that. I'm sorry. It's just that is the excuse.
True. There's like 100 of them. I think every event I've seen has these people, but don't try to buy any tickets. Anybody selling tickets online is a liar. The only way you can buy tickets is in line at the show. That having been said, last year we had a really big line around the building. We had 2 registers and only one of them could take cards. This year we have 6 registers taking credit cards.
Okay.
So there should be.
The majority of the line will be inside.
Yeah, there's a big old spot for you to stand in the air conditioning and get your ticket bought. So our intention is, fingers crossed, unless the world goes crazy, you should not be waiting outside in the heat to buy tickets.
Yes, that's great to hear. So, first of all, thank you guys for that, because I feel like there are some places don't really take that into consideration. So thank you guys so much for doing that. I think that that's fantastic. Is there a re-entry? So if someone has to leave for some reason and then they need to come back, are you guys cool with them coming back in? Is there going to be like a way to keep tabs on that?
Yep.
We will have a wristband, and we will have people at the doors and entry checking the wristband. So you're more than welcome to. The food is outside, so you will have to come back in that way anyways. But as long as you have your wristband in, you are good to go in and out.
Okay, awesome. And I know we talked about kids earlier and how, of course, children are welcome. Is it all ages?
Yep.
Yes.
Sweet. Bring your babies. Bring them all. Get them started in the weird stuff when they're young. Raise them right. That's what I say. Now, for folks that are coming out to the events, of course, their funds that they're paying, that $10 gets admission into the event. But I hear there's a raffle that's also going to be happening. Can you tell us about that?
Yes, there is. You could win this lovely medical human skull here.
Nice.
We will be pulling the winning ticket the following day on Sunday at 5:00 on our Instagram and Facebook. And everyone will have 24 hours to claim it, as usual, if you've ever done a raffle with us before.
Yep. So every paid entry gets a ticket. Everybody gets the same chance to win.
Okay.
You cannot buy additional tickets. There's no way to up your odds. You show up and you have just as good of a chance as anybody of this guy being yours.
I mean,
The coolest pieces we have raffled off, except for the last one. We
Yeah.
tend to always do one human skull at our event.
you guys always have like the good stuff. I mean, most places that are raffling, they're like, here's this plastic bird or this plastic pumpkin. And you're just like, nah, we got a human skull for you.
Yeah, I'm gonna answer all your questions in advance. No, I don't know who it belongs to. No, I didn't dig it out of the graveyard. Yes, it's legal for you to possess it. It's a vintage medical specimen.
Is it a boy or girl?
This one is a girl.
Okay.
It's a beautiful uncut medical specimen. These were the cheaper versions that they used to sell. It costs more to have the calvarium cut. Definitely got some tooth loss, all kinds of fun things going on with it, but a very sturdy, robust specimen. So really cool piece for anybody's collection.
Yeah.
Will look great in your cabinet of curiosities,
What's the value of it?
hanging out at your bar, probably around $1,000.
Okay. So for $10, you too could potentially win this amazing specimen. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
So I mean, what happens if like I leave and I take my wristband off, then I come back? Do I get another ticket?
No,
Damn it.
don't try. I mean,
Damn
yeah,
it.
if you want to go to that much trouble to give me more money, I guess I can't stop you. But yeah.
Don't do
Do
it.
what
Be honest. Don't be.
Yeah.
Because I'll see
trying-
you and I'll call your ass out for it, just so you know.
Yeah. We might make fun of you, but we'll take your money.
I mean, I will make fun of you. There's no might. I will make fun of you relentlessly. Just saying. But
There will be plenty of human skulls at the event if you just want to buy one.
yes.
So.
Now, is the event going to be accessible for folks in wheelchairs, whether it's manual or power or anything like that?
It's all on one level. There is a paved entryway all the way up to the venue.
Okay.
So
Exit, so if anything gets crowded, it's easy to get
Yep.
out.
we've made sure that we have nice wide aisles for you all.
Yeah.
So we've
Yay.
seen other events where there were issues where you couldn't get past people or crowds built up or yada yada. We're trying very hard to avoid that. So you should be able to navigate it pretty freely, we think, unless the world goes crazy. So don't hold me to that, but we thought about you.
Aw, well, I mean, I'm going to be there, but I appreciate that, because even from the vendor standpoint, that can be frustrating, because then it inhibits people from coming through and a potential customer who might want to buy something that's rolling down your aisle. So I think that's awesome. Thank you guys for doing that. How many vendors are you guys expecting?
Yeah.
We've got about 114
Okay.
vendors altogether, give or take. Some people have double booths, so that's probably a little off, but over 100 for sure.
Wow.
Everything from what you'd expect to see at an Oddities show, animal skulls, taxidermy, insect art, all that kind of stuff.
Let's show
all the way
some things.
to, some real cool antiques dealers are coming, some fantastic local artists. There's
Wet specimens, pinned bugs.
Yep. Versus Bake Shop will be out there with her treats.
Ooh.
So you can definitely catch her. A lot of the vendors that we also carry in the store will be bringing their entire assortment, so you'll get to see some things that maybe we haven't opted to have in the shop out there. It's going to be great. Very, very good. It's been very carefully curated. There won't be any Tupperware or Scentsy or sports memorabilia or LuLaRoe or pop vinyl figures or anything like that. I'm going to walk through and burn them all.
But can I bring my own Tupperware?
You can bring your own Tupperware to put your food in, if you want. But you cannot buy Tupperware.
Okay.
It's against the rules.
I like the rules.
Local artists, and there will also be jewelry makers that are more on the macabre side of things, crystals, you name it, we'll probably have it. So,
going along with the curated aspect of the show, something that we definitely pride ourselves on is we are very well versed in this industry. We are very aware of wildlife laws. We are very aware of animal conservation. So we will be making sure that there's nothing offered at our event that could get you in trouble with the law or that threatens species that are on the verge already. So we take great pride in making sure that everything at our shows is ethically and sustainably sourced, and definitely not going to get you in trouble with the law.
I don't think a lot of people take that into consideration, right? Like your average Joe may just see, I don't know, like a bat and be like, that's really cool, I need to own the thing. But they may not realize that that's not really okay.
Yeah, there's wildlife laws are very, 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 very complicated, and we dedicate all of our time to making sure that we're current on all of those laws and making sure that everything that we offer in our shop and also at our events is in line with expectations of sustainable, ethical sourcing and everything being legally acquired. So beware, but not at our show.
So what I'm hearing is anything that you purchase at your show is going to be legal. There's not going to be any issues with it in the state of Florida.
You're not going to be on Fox News for buying something at our show.
I mean, you never know. Fox News finds a way.
Yeah.
Oh, this guy bought something really cool.
Yeah, unless you get it stuck up your butt, and then you might be on the news. We don't take any credit for that.
And there's no returns after that, right?
All sales are final.
All sales are final, that's it. Now, are pets allowed in the space? And I'm not talking about service animals, because that's very different from somebody bringing their pet snake or their pet cats.
So we're asking that no pets come to the event for a couple of reasons. One, it's a large enclosed space with a lot of people in it. It's just going to be a tripping hazard and a problem if we have a bunch of animals in the building. Also, there's a lot of people out there that just don't like certain animals. So if you show up with your boa constrictor, that seems really cool, but then you scare the shit out of somebody and they trip and hurt themselves, and it's going to be an issue. So as Erica said, yes, absolutely, we allow service animals. However, we do ask if you are bringing a service animal to the event that you avoid our animal exhibitors, because we don't want your service animal to become lunch for one of our animal exhibits.
Or vice versa.
Correct. So
we don't want to stress any of the animals out. So
correct.
You could just avoid that one area. We would be greatly appreciative.
Yeah. Other than that, have a blast.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for clarifying that. I know usually the first thing out of people's mouths are, I want to bring my pet cat. And it's like, this might not be the best place to bring,
Correct.
No. Okay. So thank you so much.
Your dead pets are absolutely welcome. The live ones stay home.
I like that. That's wonderfully and simply put. All right. So let's see. I wanted to ask about this one too. And actually, Lacey was asking about this in the chat. So are folks allowed to carry this is going to kind of carry into my next question. You mentioned that there's going to be food and drinks. but that is going to be outside of the event spacing. Is that correct?
So you will be able to purchase food and beverage outside of the building.
Okay.
There will also be a bar inside of the building.
Oh.
So yes, you'll be able to carry food and drink through the building. We ask that nobody brings any outside food and drink because that's how the fairgrounds is making money. We don't want to impede them in any way, shape, or form.
Okay.
Obviously, respect our artists. Don't drop your hot dog on their table. They will probably be upset with you.
Be mindful.
Yeah, but yes, we're absolutely allowed to drunk shop our event.
Okay. I mean, let's be honest. Drunk shopping is usually the best because it's like, what? I don't drink, but if I did, I'd be like, what did drunk Erica buy sober Erica? Let's see. Something cool? Or what the hell is it? We're going to find out. So that to me is always a fun thing that happens personally. But, yeah.
Local artists and local beer have been a big part of our event since day one. So we've always been hesitant to go to a more corporate venue like what we're doing, but we did work with the fairgrounds to make sure we were representing some local beer. Our friends over at Mystic Brewing, who you may remember as the former head brewer of Hourglass, are dropping the Beholders, which is a rye lager, and Beasts of Slaughter, which is an incredibly crushable IPA. These guys are true masters of their craft. They are pretty new on the scene, but have been brewing in the shadows locally. You've definitely drank their beers before. We've also got Punks in the Waiting Room from Sideward Brewing that's going to be poured.
Nice.
I'm also told that there's going to be some other local drafts as well as some domestic stuff for folks who aren't necessarily into craft beer. I'm also told there should be cocktails, which is a first-time thing for us. So if you're not a beer person at all, you can still get crunk at the Oddities show.
Have options.
Yeah. So in addition to that, we'll also want to point out if you are vegan, we should have a vegan option out there for you. I know that we at least have vegan pizza and something else, but we're also working hard to get a dedicated vegan food truck out there. Last time I talked with concessions, it sounded like that was going to be a thing.
We're trying for you.
We have food for you. We hopefully will have great food.
Also, Mystic Brewing will have a booze twist there as well.
Definitely check them out. They've got some awesome new t-shirts coming out for a brew they're getting ready to release. Talk to Mike. He is a beer wizard. Pick his brain. He loves to talk hops and barleys and all kinds of good stuff. So
okay, that sounds like you guys got a pretty good plan between the drink options and the food options. This isn't gonna end up, you're gonna be there a while. Like, plan to spend a few hours between perusing all of the vendors that you're gonna have, and then of course, if you get hungry, it's nice that the food trucks are gonna be there, so you don't have to worry about going off site and then coming back and losing that badass parking spot that you may or may not have gotten.
Exactly.
And then
one-stop shop.
Yes. And I just want to toss a quick reminder out there, and it doesn't need to be said, but I feel like it kind of does because I notice that this happens at events. If you're walking around with your food or drink, don't set it on somebody's booth, please.
Please, for the love of God.
Yeah.
Also, don't sit on people's tables, for fuck's sake. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Don't be animals, people. Don't be animals. Be humans. Be cognizant of that, just because this is people's livelihoods. These are things that they make. If you ruin them, it is money out of their pocket. And technically, in my opinion, it should also be money out of yours.
Yeah.
These people work very, very, very hard on usually very, very narrow margins. So these events are a big deal for them. And, we have a lot of respect for our vendors. We have a lot of respect for our customers. So we hope that everyone who attends our events has a mutual respect. We've never really had any issues before, so I can't imagine we'll have any this time. But if we do, you suck.
I feel like the Oddities crowd is a very different breed from your standard convention crowd, whether it's anime or horror or comic or whatever. As weird as those folks look, they're really quite open and kind and welcoming, and I've never really I'm gonna put yet in there, I've yet to run in a total asshole. I've run into a couple that I was a little about, but for the most part, everyone that I've personally encountered has been really cool and really down to earth. And I know we're gonna be out there vending coffee, so you'll get to see me and JD. So come.
Coffee Shop of Horrors will be in the house.
Yeah.
Come see us and give us your money because we like to take it.
There and a grinder.
Don't burn yourselves with the coffee, please.
Yes, there will be samples. So if you feel like you've had maybe an extra drink and you need to sober up a little, we'll have some sample coffees out there for you. No burning yourselves. Be an adult. Don't be sloppy. I do have some questions pouring in from our chat room, so thank you again for asking. Lacey, who's been my awesome quiet co-host down there, so thank you for that, Lacey. She was asking, and this is a great question, is there an indoor spot for folks to sit and eat so that they can enjoy some air conditioning while they enjoy a tasty beverage or some yummy food?
Yes. So right next to outside, across from the venue, like I was saying earlier, there is a place you can go in. There'll be tables and seats. It will be air conditioned, and it won't be in the venue hall. So you can kind of take a break if you need to and sit there and get some delicious food and drinks in you.
Okay. So
and still stay.
Thank you for that. I love that. And that's also I would think too that if it gets to be too much, because it's gonna, let's put it this way, it's gonna be crowded, it's gonna be busy, just expect the crowds. If it gets to be a bit too much for you, maybe take a break and go wander and get some food and chill out in that other area until you get ready to go back in and shop or what have you.
It's all about the experience, taking your time, enjoying everyone's amazing art and antiques and oddities that they've brought to you, and having some local drinks and food and just enjoying yourself. So just take it in and don't rush.
Yes, don't rush, and I'm going to put this out there, and this is going to apply to us as far as the coffee goes, and I'm sure it's going to apply to most vendors as well. Don't haggle because you think something might be overpriced. These are things, a lot of the things are things that folks have made and they've put their time and their own money into, and it's a dick move when you do that because it devalues someone's hard work. What?
Erica's very passionate about this. I've heard her say this on multiple videos.
I can't stress it enough because you know why? Let me go on a small little rant here. I am very passionate about this because I have a lot of friends that are artists. I have a lot of friends that spend time curating things like yourselves, or friends that make things like our friends Alex, who does amazing paintings, and Leslie, who does all the witchy goodies, and we have other artist friends too, and they're all amazing and they all work their asses off. So when you come in and you try to undercut somebody for what they've got something priced at, you're essentially just telling them that you don't think it's worth that, and you're kind of shitting on them, and that's not cool. So if you see a piece and there's no price tag and you say, hey, how much is it? And they're like, it gets X amount. That's different as opposed to going, you want 50 for it? I'll give you 20. Don't do that. Just don't. It pisses me off.
Yeah.
I'm not okay with it. And I know some people don't like to say it. I'll say it for you. I don't mind.
I love it.
Now, what are you guys most excited for about the upcoming market?
I know what he's excited for.
Freak show, baby.
Yeah. I'm excited for that as well, obviously.
Me too.
There's going to be a lot of really cool stuff on the tables at this event, but I don't think any of it's going to be as cool as what Jeremy's got in that tent, man. It's a fantastic exhibit. I've seen bits and pieces of it here and there over the years. He's worked very hard to collect it. Those specimens are extremely difficult to acquire. It's very, very, it's a lot of work and a lot of love in that exhibit. And, every one of those pieces is one of a kind.
Okay.
It's never come to Orlando.
And for $5 to see all of that.
Yeah.
Glorious.
I mean, if you went to some kind of like a county fair kind of thing and you went to see a show like this, you'd be paying that much and you'd be seeing a bunch of bullshit. And Jeremy's stuff is just top shelf awesome. You don't want to miss it.
I'm excited. I'm hoping between the husband and I that one of us, that we can kind of break each other so that we can wander over and see it, because it sounds like it's going to be filled with a lot of really cool stuff that we haven't gotten to see in person. And I think that that's really awesome that he's bringing all of that down here, because it's Georgia, so it's not super far, but it's still like packing your stuff and loading and unloading, and it's a lot of damn work.
Setup,
selling comic books or t-shirts or buttons or something is one thing, and nothing against people who do that, but anytime you load those pieces into a vehicle and move them somewhere,
It is such a big
you're rolling a dice.
Yeah.
You know, so the fact that he's willing to do the work to get those pieces here so that people can enjoy them instead of letting them rot somewhere in a warehouse, or, you know, just putting up a museum and charging you through the nose to see him, is a really admirable thing. I have a lot of respect for the man. I've definitely broken a few of my pieces on the road, and it's always sucks.
Heartbreak.
So it's you know, cannot overstate the value of that exhibit and how awesome it's going to be.
Okay. I'm excited. I know there's quite a few other folks that are excited for that as well, so that's something that we're very much looking forward to. I always love seeing the animals. That's all. The live ones. I love the dead ones too, but it's always fun to see live animals because I feel like that also adds an additional element to a show. Is, you know, kids always like to be able to hold the bird. Hell, even I love to hold birds, so it makes like my heart happy, you know. So I think that that's also something that I know I'm personally looking forward to with it as well. As of course is seeing all of your lovely faces and all of our fellow folk that are going to be vending there alongside us as well. It's gonna be a good time.
I'm really excited for the animals as well, and then I'm also excited for a lot of the kind of bigger named oddities vendors that are coming in from out of state that are going to be vending with us for the very first time. So we're very excited for that as well.
Yep, there's definitely some new faces y'all haven't seen before.
Okay.
Some of the people that are going to be in this building are at the top of their field. So if you're looking for, you know, information, you want to talk to people about processes, you want to learn about animals, you want to learn about congenital deformities, you want to learn about medical history, whatever, these are the people that know what the fuck they're talking about. Yeah.
Okay.
It's going to be really, really a great group of folks.
And I'm also excited just to see everyone coming to the event and seeing how much fun they're going to have.
We're very excited to be able to show all of this awesome stuff to our loyal customers here. Bring some of our friends that we've met from around the country together to meet our local crew, and you know, just have a fucking awesome day.
So that being said, we will have a few staff members. They will have a lanyard, and it'll have a bar that was bright yellow that says staff. So if anyone's there, they're confused or have questions or need help, reach out to them and they will help you out. And if they can't help you out, they will get you to the person that can.
Okay.
The world is a crazy place right now. We also have a security team on site. So, you know, we will definitely, everyone's safety is our primary concern. So, you know, this isn't just your podunk flea market. We are taking everything seriously. Florida is a crazy fucking state right now.
Yeah.
And we want to make sure that all of our customers feel safe. So,
which we appreciate. And you guys have always, even the store, the store and you guys as people has always been very welcoming and very inclusive to all different communities. So we appreciate that you're taking those extra precautions and everyone's safety into account. So thank you for doing that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So what, are you guys completely sold out of vendors tables at this point? Is there a wait list? Is it just like...
We do have a wait list. If you've reached out to us and you haven't heard back from us yet, it's just because we're absolutely buried. If spots do open up, which inevitably they will, so, you know, things happen, flat tires, sick babies, yada, yada. We'll be reaching out to you directly if we need to fill a space. But at this point, we are currently fully booked. So there will be no empty spaces or quiet hallways. It will be fully stocked with dead shit.
So what
we have told all of our vendors to make sure that they have so much product.
Yep.
So that nobody is bare bones by 1 o'clock.
Listen, I'm going to shoot for it. All right. I'm just saying my goal is to get rid of that coffee. So folks, come and buy it, all of it, by 1 o'clock.
And then you can have fun.
And then we'll work some more in other areas, I'm sure. But I'm just saying, come prepared to enjoy yourselves and have a good time. And if you don't hear from Prometheus directly about a vendor spot being open, chances are it's probably a scam, because I've noticed you guys have been hit with that as well. Is some random person like, we have spots open, call me. And that's not how this works, folks.
Yeah, don't give anybody your money on the internet.
Unless it's me.
correct.
Don't give anybody else money on the internet, especially if you're trying to sign up for a market that has been booked in full. Because chances are you're just giving it to somebody who's scamming you, unfortunately. So there's been a lot, I feel like, of oddities markets popping up all over the place. I know there's a couple that happen monthly here in Florida and other states as well. So I gotta ask, what separates you guys from the other oddities markets, or the ones that call themselves, and I'm gonna say this, and this is probably gonna get me flack from other people, or that call themselves oddities markets, because let's face it, a lot of them have like one oddities vendor and they're like, I'm an oddities market. No, you're not. So I have
It became
to
really cool to tag oddities onto the name or onto your event a couple years back
to draw more people.
Yeah. So what I would say to answer your question, Erica, what separates our event from other people's events is we solidly are in the industry, and we are bringing people who are also solidly in the industry. So, we have
our vendors and our customers in best interest.
Yeah, we're using 13 years of contacts to make sure that we have the highest quality people we possibly can, the most respected people, the most ethical people, the people who actually do this for a living and give a shit about this industry. Obviously there will definitely be some new folks, crafters and things like that, and absolutely nothing against those people. We love having them. I love all their stuff, but we've also got some serious integrity happening at this, and it's fun to play in this world, but this is also, like we discussed earlier, wildlife laws be wild. So you got to be very careful about who you're doing business with and how you're doing business, and not shoving things that are going to upset people in their faces inside of a mall or something like that. Not everybody wants to see dead kittens or mummified snakes and stuff like that, or human skulls and whatever. So this is an event by the oddities community for the oddities community. We're not just cashing in on somebody else's lifestyle.
Right. Which I appreciate that. I appreciate that you I appreciate your candidness and your honesty about it, and I feel like that becomes an issue when folks do tack on the word oddities, is they don't realize and don't bother to dig and to look and see that there are certain laws and there are certain things that you're not allowed to possess in or outside of Florida even. There are certain birds that you're legally not allowed to have, and folks tend to think that like everything is fair game, and it's just not. And a lot of those folks that put on an oddities market that's not really an oddities market don't know that, and that could get your ass in a sling.
Absolutely. Or you go to an event that says it's an oddities event because they tag it on and there's one vendor, and people just get really sad and upset because they spent their time, took the day off. We don't want that to happen.
This is not that event.
This is all oddities, all cool, macabre.
Yeah.
Got you.
I'm very excited. I know our listeners and our viewers are excited about it. Does anybody in the chat have any questions? I know there's been a couple. I think we've addressed all of them. And I also want to apologize because this is kind of like, on a side note, totally unprofessional on my side, by the way. Let me call myself out real quick. So when I started the show, there was an extra button that I had to hit that I did not. So first of all, that's my dumbass fault, so I apologize. But if you need more information or want more information on this amazing, fantastical event that's coming up, I'm going to show you the flyer, number one. And number two, where can folks go to find up-to-date information if they need it?
We have a very exhaustively written description of our event and our Facebook event. So you can go to Prometheus Esoterica on Facebook and check out our event. All the information we've covered in this discussion is on there. Please read it before you message me questions.
You can also share this link in the Facebook group.
Yeah.
And yeah.
We'll repost the video, and we'll also comment the event link on your video once it goes up on YouTube. So if people are having trouble finding it, it'll be right there for them.
Sweet. And you come and rewatch, or if you just Want to see our smiling faces again? Feel free to give it another go. Maybe you missed something.
Also, you guys should follow and subscribe to this lovely lady here. She has the most amazing information on all the spooky horror things in Orlando and sometimes outside of Orlando.
Aw, thank you. You guys are
Thank
so
you.
sweet. This is why I love y'all. It's supporting each other. I think it's amazing. Thank you guys for always doing that. I can't thank you guys enough. You guys are amazing. I do have a couple of final questions, and these are nothing to do with anything that we just talked about, but I always like to throw them in there. And I know I've asked you this before, but I like to ask again because new films and new things have come out recently, and sometimes people's palates change. So do you guys have a favorite current or non-current horror movie?
I'm trying to think of an answer that I haven't used before on the show.
It's okay. You can use one that you've used before. It's okay.
The Pale Blue Eye was awesome. If you haven't check that out on Netflix. It's rad. The dude who plays Edgar Allan Poe is so spot on that it's kind of creepy.
It's
Okay.
and it's the guy
Dudley
from Harry
Potter.
Yeah.
And then
the Muggle.
is it Liam Neeson that's in that with him? Yeah, I think so.
Oh,
It's
okay.
amazing. Soundtrack's badass. The beautifully shot, like it's if you're into like a nice gothic period horror, like that movie fucks. No
Okay.
question.
Where can they find? Is that on like Tubi or Netflix? Netflix. Okay.
I think it's a Netflix original, so it should still be on there.
Oh, awesome. Okay. Very cool.
If you hate it, don't blame me. It's definitely for people who like period shit. So
Okay.
it's not Terrifier. No one's gonna get cut in half vertically or whatever. Like it's a different kind of horror.
Yeah.
I mean,
I would say my go-to always is Trick or Treat. But also for TV series wise, I would say I'm still a sucker for Penny Dreadful.
it's so good. Not the
Watched
new
it
one.
so many times.
Yeah, it started like really great, and then it like
And but I still love it.
It's so beautiful, like aesthetically pleasing. It's gorgeous, and I definitely
have to like hurry it up and finish it at the end, but it's still fabulous.
I still love it. I'm not mad at it. I don't think I could ever be. I've seen it a couple of times, and it's definitely worth rewatching if you've not done so yet.
On the topic of shitty period movies that you probably won't like, I'm watching Great Expectations right now, and they were like, what if we made this about like drugs and murder instead of just like Charles Dickens? So there is so much fucking.
It's what?
Dark
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
it's on Hulu right now. If you really like, if you want to. Yeah, if you want your high school required reading to have a bunch of like tits and opium smoking in it, check out Great Expectations.
That's your thing.
Okay. I mean, I would probably not base your book report on that because
You're not.
you could, but you're probably not going to get the grade that you're looking for. I'm just going to toss
when
that.
Miss Havisham started smoking crack, that was whack. No, not looking good.
I'm going to have to go and watch it now. Damn it, I gotta go watch it now. Alright, and then my last question that I love to ask everybody is, what is your favorite Halloween candy? Or candy in general? And be careful because I've had folks on the past give their favorite candy and end up with bags of it.
I used to love Smarties when I was a kid, and now I know that they're terrible. So please, for the love of God, just give me a fucking Butterfinger or something.
My go-to is always Reese's Cup.
I think that's the most common answer on the show is the Reese's Cup because peanut butter and chocolate's
Classic Reese's Cups.
Okay.
I don't like unevenness with too much peanut butter or too much chocolate. Like just Reese's.
Remember when we just like got like a whole sack full of shitty ass candy and you had to deal with it, and now it's like every house is like Snickers bars, Reese's Cups.
And like full bars.
Yeah, good ass shit. And it's just like, remember Dots? Those things fucking sucked. What was that
I
orange
like
and
them.
black shit that they just wrapped up?
Oh, that was garbage. That was garbage candy.
And those fucking wax lips, like that's not candy. That's just wax.
To be fair, I did love my wax lips. I'm just gonna throw that out there, but
But like
it's not
kids
candy.
these days, no idea.
You don't know the struggle of what it was like back in our day, getting shitty Halloween candy and not even full candy bars.
Caps.
Yeah, and you were lucky if you got chocolate. Like, you were real lucky if you even got like a quarter.
Hershey's fucking great. Out to give it to me all day. Not dots. Fuck, it's dots.
You know what? JD feels the same way about candy corn that you feel about dots. So
That's true.
I love all the crappy candy, so just give it all to me. It's fine.
see, this is why I love you. Because we like what folks consider the crappy candy. Shut up, JD. He's down there. Candy corn's garbage. You know.
It is delicious wax. Leave us alone.
Yeah. Adam, you and Jade, both of you, shut up. It is delicious wax, and they have different flavors of delicious wax, like the harvest flavored ones. Like, it's just stop. You guys don't have to eat it, but you don't have to hate it so much either. Just saying. Stop hating on my candy corn. God damn it. All right, guys. So make sure that if you're not yet, make sure that you are following Prometheus Esoterica on all of their social medias. They are on Instagram. They are on the Facebook. TikToks are on fire. They make amazing things. At the Oddities Market, you can win this lovely human skull that I may or may not steal. Don't tell Adam and Whitney, though. They're not supposed to hear that. And again, your admission gets you a ticket to win that beauty. I love her.
And we'll pull the winning ticket the following day, Sunday at 5:00 on all the social medias. And you have 24 hours to claim it.
Don't sleep on that.
Yeah, don't sleep on it. Keep your tickets. Don't lose it, because you're going to be real mad if you lose it.
Photos of your raffle ticket.
If you don't check your ticket and you won that skull and you missed it, do not message me. I'm not giving you another one. Like, nothing's happening. Don't.
We warned you.
But if I find my ticket and you've already called somebody else and they've already claimed it, don't I get Trump? Because I've already got it.
That's you could have done that anyway. So
there will be a fight to the death held outside of Prometheus Esoterica in the parking lot after the store is closed. I'm kidding. It's like a fight club. It's like a skull fight club. Like, you want that skull? We're going to start an underground fight club, and that's how you get it. Not really.
Don't come here.
Well, okay. Go there to shop, but not to fight to the death over a skull, because those are jokes, folks. Not serious.
To it.
Be nice. Be gentle. Shop their store. If you guys haven't gone into Prometheus Esoterica yet, I don't know what rock you're living under, but please crawl out of it.
Oh. Speaking of which, that brings up a great point.
Oh.
Next week, because we will be working on making this event wonderful for you, we will be closed Thursday, Friday. We'll be closed Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We will be open Thursday. Thursday is your last chance to come buy stuff from us. Yeah.
What are your hours?
Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we will be closed. Wednesday and Thursday will be open 11 to 6.
Okay.
As usual. But Friday, Saturdays, if you're coming into town from out of town to go to the event, I'm very sorry. I would love to sell you stuff out of my store, but there will not be anyone there because we will all be at the fairgrounds.
Yes.
So sorry. Please check us out next time you come into town. Halloween Horror Night, great time to come see us, all that good stuff. But we will not be in the store the weekend of the event because we will be at the fairgrounds.
Yep.
Or, you could always extend your stay and then go into the store the following week. I'm just going to throw that out there.
Tons of awesome things to do in Orlando. I know the Misfits are playing the evening of our show. So if you want to come into town for the market and then check out the Misfits and then swing around, there's a
lot of cool stuff.
Yeah.
There's a lot of cool stuff to do. A lot of cool bars to do. You've got the Halloween bar, Cocktails and Screams. You've got the vaults at Gods and Monsters. There's tons of cool stuff. So make like a weekend out of it. Just come hang out in our town and enjoy things. And
that awesome 30th anniversary Jurassic Park shit's going on out at Universal.
It's pretty cool.
You can go fight a Nazi at Disneyland right now. Like, it's like
things are out of control at Disney right now.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's out of control.
All of Florida's just gone to hell at this point. I feel like it's becoming Mad Max We're slowly getting there.
It's cool. None of that shit will be at our event.
Nope.
Staying here, staying strong, and helping everyone who needs help that can't leave.
Yep.
Yes.
We love you all.
Aw, you guys are so sweet. It's gross.
It's just her.
He's nicer than me.
The sad part is, this is the sad part, and it's not even sad. So Adam likes to be like, I'm Adam and grumpy and mean, and he's really not.
He's a big.
He's just
tender.
fucking tired. Oh, God.
If he looks like he's angry, he's just sleeping with his eyes.
If you ever
open.
come to the store, you see me at the event, and I look like I'm pissed off at you. I'm not. I'm just fucking trying to remember what the hell I'm doing. Oh yeah, Whitney's wearing the shirts that we'll be selling at the market.
Oh, yeah, show us.
Here, no, I got it.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, fancy.
Dun, dun, dun. That, can you see it?
Oh, double-sided. Hell yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, while supplies last.
Very soft, very comfy.
Dude,
All the triple extra large.
Yay.
$25.
Your shirts are like, I hate them. And it's not that I hate them. I hate the fact that they're so comfortable. I have more Prometheus. My wardrobe is nothing but Prometheus Esoterica and Spooky Empire t-shirts. And a couple of horror happenings.
I got your shirt. I almost wore it tonight, but I can't find it.
It's okay. You gotta rep. I'm repping you guys tonight. I got my old school. Not really that old, but my old school, just to show y'all.
That's last year's shirt, yeah.
Yeah, can't get that anymore. Suck it.
Nope.
Be jealous.
Get gone.
And that's just it. Once they're gone, they're gone. So if you're wanting to get one of those amazing shirts that Whitney has, make sure that you bring your little butts early to the Oddities market and pick it up, because once they're gone, that's it.
Yes. So I would highly suggest to drop your raffle ticket off and get a shirt and then continue on.
So are you guys going to have like your own big old separate booth there, I'm assuming? Because I mean, I would hope that you would, but you know.
As soon as you walk in the event, will be the first thing you see.
Yeah. The shirts will be at a separate booth that'll be next to us.
It's right next to us. So
Okay.
you can grab your shirt. You can check us out. Say hi. We'll wave at you. We'll have all kinds of crazy shit. I've definitely got some pretty epic pieces that I have not put out at the shop yet.
Okay.
So there will definitely be stuff at the event that you cannot buy in the store. Might have some cool things just on display. Haven't figured that one out yet. But we'll be out there hawking our wares. You can say hi to Lacey and Michelle. Michelle will be out there working our booth with us. Lacey will be doing her own thing. Jimmy will be doing his own thing. Griff will be out there selling you tickets. So if you hang out at the shop and you know our helpers,
They will be there.
you can see them there.
Yay.
It's a family affair.
I was going to say, it's a family event.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for coming on tonight and for talking about the upcoming market. I'm excited. I know a lot of folks are really excited to come out. So thank you guys for once again putting together this event.
Well, thanks for having us on your show. We always appreciate it.
I always try to find an excuse. I'm always like, I want to have them on. What can we talk about? Let's find some stuff. And this is perfect timing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So again, guys, make sure that you're following Prometheus Esoteric on all their social medias, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. Are you guys on Twitter?
No.
Don't. It's a
No.
hellscape. Don't do it. I have a Twitter. I forget about it. I'm not going to lie. I'm horrible. It's there and I forget. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I have that. So.
Yo, if you've been waiting for Sinister Love Cosmetics, we just got the restock in the shop. We'll be posting it up later tonight.
Okay.
There's so many goddamn lipsticks that I can't believe it.
Makeup, it is in.
It's all the stuff we had before and new stuff.
I love their little stamps.
New colors and 2 new palettes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
get in there like this weekend. I'm going to throw that out there and snag those up because those go like super, super fast.
Yep. Tomorrow's your first day you can grab them.
Yay. Awesome. Well,
Sorry,
thank you.
Lacey.
Thank you guys again. Don't go away just yet. I'm going to do a little wrap up here, but thank you guys so much.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Yeah. All right, gang. So next week we are going to have Michael Davey on the show. He is the creator of a product called Watermelon. It's a polyvinyl plastic used for making prosthetics, for special effects makeup. He's going to be doing a demo, so we're going to be talking about that. Same bat time, same bat channel. Make sure you tune in. As always, boys and girls, thank you guys for watching. And until next time, keep it spooky.